Welcome home. Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm not a burglar or anything. Here, my paperwork. It should all be here in the folder. It's nice to meet you. I'm your new government assigned, well, wife. Listen, I just want you to know that even though we kind of, well, took over your planet, and, well, some of us are maybe, well, what's a nice way to say this? Look down on humans as a sort of lesser intelligence. I just want you to know that not all of us are like that, okay? We don't all feel that way, and some of us maybe completely understand that this is really strange for you guys. So, could we maybe sit down and just talk for a minute? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I'm sure that you know all about this program by now, since they sort of forced all of the humans to go through orientation for it. But just, a little recap. You humans have been assigned a wife, of childbearing age from our race. The hope, well, I say hope, but it's kind of a requirement, is that the humans will breed with us, and in the future, we will all be one sort of hybrid race. So, part of my duties as your wife will be to bear your children. I'm sorry. I know that maybe you might have had different plans for your life growing up. That maybe you'd meet a nice girl at the park and get to know her and maybe get married and have a dog and kids someday in your own house and not be assigned a unit in a compound and also assigned an alien wife. I understand. But and I probably maybe shouldn't tell you this, but there are, well, consequences for both of us if we don't perform our duties. And I don't want to guilt you or anything. You don't have to love me. However, if after a certain period of time they do check-ins and start noticing a lack of effort to breed, I may be taken from you and disposed of if I'm unable to perform. I'm not sure what exactly happens to the sperm producers of your race. However, there have been rumors that if your wife has to be taken from you, or you refuse to perform your duties, you may be locked up in, well, against your will, where they would basically inject you with hormones to, force you to produce at an alarming rate. And it will be used to forcibly inject the breeders of our race to have children. No, not me. I'm not a breeder. I was classified as a partner, due to my scores in multiple tests. Breeders are much like, well, they exist only to give birth to human-alien hybrids. And, well, you see, I could be put there if I fail as a partner, or, they would just get rid of me. And seeing as how you seem like a nice person, well, from everything I've read about you. Oh, yes, I received a file on you. You should have received a file on me as well. You did. Well, that's good at least. But anyway, you seem like a nice person, and I would really hate for either of those things to happen to either of us. So, I just want you to understand that I don't expect you to fall in love with me or anything, okay? I hope that, we can come to a mutual understanding for our own benefit and perform our duties as needed for the colony. And perhaps in the future, if we do grow to enjoy one another's company, that would be quite lovely. Do you have any questions for me right now? Well, we don't have to start right away or anything. As a matter of fact, if you'd like, I can go into my room and leave you alone for a while if you just would like to. You're sure it's okay if I stay with you? Thank you. I have to say, judging by your demeanor now and your reaction so far, I think maybe I got kind of lucky. Well, not all of us who were assigned as partners were, treated like equals. Even though it was our race who invaded and forced you into this arrangement, there are a lot of partners who are currently being treated as more of a slave for gratification. Some of my friends, yes. So, I consider myself very lucky to have been assigned to someone like you. I hope you'll take good care of me. And, of course, I'll do my best to do the same for you. You won't have to worry about anything, okay? You really don't even have to work. Well, because you were assigned a partner, it's kind of our job to just exist and breed together and sort of be, how would you say it, like an example of a perfect couple. The goal is that, hopefully, if other people who have not been coupled see us around town being happy and acting normal and having a good time, then they'll maybe be more inclined to accept us as part of the human race. If they find evidence that we've both been doing our duties properly, then they could give you a pass to work if it's something that you enjoy. It's just that since you were found to be fertile enough, they want that to be your first priority. But don't worry. I promise that I'll do everything I can to make sure that everything goes perfectly. If you don't want to work, you don't have to, and if you want to, we'll make sure you get there, okay? And besides, I scored quite highly in all of my domestic tasks, so I'm rather proficient at both cooking and cleaning. I can at least make you happy with food. We've done pretty extensive research on the human race, and we understand that, well, sometimes it's difficult for males to perform at all with absolutely no emotional attachment, where a female can maybe get a little bit of outside help. Well, how do I put this? I don't want you to worry too much. Like I said, we're not monsters. We're not all bad. We completely understand that you might need a little bit of time, and so, as you may have read, all couples have been given a full year to produce an offspring. And since I only need to gestate for 6 months instead of 9 months, that gives us plenty of time to get to know each other. Oh, one other thing that I noticed in our file, you were meant to have chosen a dress code for me, and I note that you didn't mark one here. Was it a mistake, or you want me to choose? Well, that's very kind of you. Unfortunately, because you didn't mark anything, and I'm very grateful, and it's very kind of you, really it is. And it'll be fine. Because you marked nothing, I was not provided with a wardrobe. So the only thing that I have to wear is my assignment uniform and, a collection of sheer nightgowns. It's okay. I can still go out like this. It just might look a little off-putting to some of the humans. It's fine. I can just stay at home until we can maybe decide on one together and have them send something over. We'll just tell them that it was a mistake. Please, just don't let them know that you wanted me to choose, okay? Well, we can talk about that later, okay? Good. Well, if that's all the questions that you have for now, we can just maybe relax together, if that's all right with you. And in a few minutes I can go make dinner. What do you normally do throughout the day? Okay, we could do that. Is it okay if I maybe sit next to you while you do it? Great. Thank you. And just so that we're perfectly clear, when or if you do decide that you want anything from me, I may be obligated to respond and react and give you anything you need. But I want you to know I want to as well. You know, your file did tell me things that you enjoy. You were required to mark those in your paperwork when you were found to be suitably fertile. Unless those were not truthful either. So, if at any time you'd like to kiss me or touch me or even hold my hand, I would be more than happy about it. Okay? But don't worry, I'm not gonna force you. I'll just be here when you're ready. for now. It's a little chilly in here. I brought a blanket down from the room. Here. We can sit under this blanket together. There we go. It's really nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here.